To szwagier rybki łowisz?
Ja chodziłem na ryby i łowię, bo mam tak, ale teraz nie łażę, bo...
No bo nie, bo mnie nie było, to jest...
Trochę narodu się opala. Lody otwarte. Witajcie duszewni, jak wam mijają wakacje? My już jesteśmy po zlocie ogniskowym. Według planu byliśmy na lodach, wszystko wspaniale. Jak wiecie, co jakiś czas na kanale u nas pojawiają się różni ludzie ze świata, po to, żebyśmy mogli zobaczyć, co oni tam mają w głowach i jakie światopoglądy wyznają. Tutaj jest właśnie taki przykład pana, który jest naszym gościem, czyli symulacyjnym. I ten człowiek zajmuje się sztuczną inteligencją. Jak za chwilę usłyszycie, ten pan ma dosyć ciekawą koncepcję, której wielu z nas jest skłonnych przyznać rację. Między innymi ja i nasz radykalny awatar Orimoro. Jeśli ktoś z was jest ciekaw, co ten pan ma do powiedzenia, to po wpisaniu jego imienia i nazwiska można zobaczyć wiele filmów, niektóre bardzo długie, i tam można się zapoznać z jego światopoglądem. To wszystko ode mnie, dziękuję bardzo, trzymajcie się cieplutko, wspaniałych wakacji, pozdrawiam, wszystkiego dobrego, papa.
The first time.
let me tell the folks who are listening about your background. So Roman is an associate professor of computer science and engineering at the Speed School of Engineering at the University of Louisville. He's also the author of several books, and one of them is a very important book we're going to talk about today, his latest book, Unexplainable, Unpredictable, and Uncontrollable. But he's also the author of more than 200 other academic publications, and he's been cited more than 1,000 times by other researchers because his particular field of study is AI safety. And Roman, I wanted to start with that. Tell us what you mean when you say.
What do you think is the meaning of this whole thing? Why we've been talking about humans and humans not dying, but why are we here?
It's a simulation. We're being tested. The test is, will you be dumb enough to create superintelligence and release it?
So the objective function is not be dumb enough to kill ourselves.
Yeah, you're unsafe. Prove yourself to be a safe agent who doesn't do that, and you get to go to the next game.
The next level of the game? What's the next level?
I don't know. I haven't hacked the simulation yet.
Well, maybe hacking the simulation is the thing.
I'm working as fast as I can.
And physics would be the way to do that.
Quantum physics, yeah, definitely.
Well, I hope we do. And I hope whatever is outside is even more fun than this one, because this one's pretty damn fun. And
getting back to our simulation discussion from before, how did it happen that we exist at exactly like the most interesting 20, 30 years in the history of this civilization? It's been around for 15 billion years.
Yeah.
And that here we are.
What's the probability that we'll live in a simulation?
I know never to say 100%, but pretty close to that.
If I was creating a simulation, I would want the possibility to escape it to be there. So the possibility of of a takeoff where the agents become smart enough to escape the simulation would be the thing I'd be waiting for.
That could be the test you're actually performing. Are you smart enough to escape your puzzle?
That could be like, first of all, we mentioned Turing test. That is a good test. Are you smart enough? Like, this is a game.
To realize this world is not real, it's just a test.
That's a really good test. That's a really good test. So, okay. So why is that not a likely outcome? Why can't AI systems create video games for us to lose ourselves in, each with an individual video game universe?
Some people say that's what happened. We're in a simulation.
And we're playing that video game. And now we're creating, what? Maybe we're creating artificial threats for ourselves to be scared about, because fear is really exciting. It allows us to play the video game more vigorously.
And some people choose to play on a more difficult level with more constraints. Some say, okay, I'm just going to enjoy the game, high privilege level. Absolutely.
And that through that tension, we understand ourselves and we understand the world. So that's the intellectual journey we're on as a human civilization, is we create intellectual and physical conflict, and through that figure stuff out
if we go back to that idea of simulation and this is entertainment kind of giving meaning to us, the question is how much suffering is reasonable for a video game? So yeah, I don't mind, a video game where I get haptic feedback, there is a little bit of shaking, maybe I'm a little scared. I don't want a game where like kids are tortured, literally. That seems unethical, at least by our human standards.
Are you suggesting it's possible to remove suffering? If we're looking at human civilization as an optimization problem.
So we know there are some humans who, because of a mutation, don't experience physical pain. So at least physical pain can be mutated out, re-engineered out. Suffering, in terms of meaning, like you burn the only copy of my book, is a little harder. But even there, you can manipulate your hedonic set point, you can change defaults, you can reset. Problem with that is if you start messing with your reward channel, you start wireheading and end up blissing out a little too much.
Well, that's the question. Would you really want to live in a world where there's no suffering? It's a dark question. But is there some level of suffering that reminds us of what this is all for?
I think we need that, but I would change the overall range. So right now it's negative infinity to kind of positive infinity, pain, pleasure axis. I would make it like 0 to positive infinity, and being unhappy is like, I'm close to 0.
Amury runą i pogrzebią stary świat.